know why I'm like this. I got finesse once, I used to be a nice bitch. Yeah, now it's dollar signs and no bitch can check me. Fuck all you hoes, respectfully.
You can hear the crowd sing along. Everybody know my songs. Had the crowd learn to walk. Country girl, small town. 14 years dedicated. Look, I finally made it. Never thought I'd ever say it, but today I live my dreams. Bodyguards protecting me. Crazy fans, loud screaming, flashing lights on every scene. Autographs, lots of pictures, signs that say we love you, kitty. Superstar, my new status, fantasizing. Please don't wake me. Let me finish with this dream. Don't wake me up.
I'm no dummy. I work in the city, and I know a man pretending to be a woman when I see one, and I see three right in front of me. This is not that kind of establishment. Wait a minute.
God may have blessed you with Barbies, a backyard with a pony in it, a boyfriend named Jake, and an unwanted pregnancy that your father paid to terminate so you could go to college and major in being a basic bitch. None of these things make you a woman.
Clear your throat.
Lubricate.
Read that bitch.
Your uniform of ill-fitting J. Crew culottes, fake pearls, and 50-cent scrunchies cannot conceal the fact that you do not know who you are. I know our presence threatens you. We fought for our place at this table, and that has made us stronger than you will ever be. Now pick your jaw off the floor and go back to your clam chowder and shallow conversations. My girlfriends and I aren't going anywhere.
It was lovely talking to you.
Y'all heard that?
Go and get your clam chowder before the clam chowder gets you.
Shall we order another round?
Yes, please. Shit.
What's up, y'all? It's your Auntie Kitty. You are tuned in to Kitty Pink Radio, and this is Locked and Loaded. It is another Tuesday, another 6 p.m., and thank you all for being here with me. Please, I beg of you, if you are in the building, share my shit.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm not famous.
I don't understand it, but it's all good. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody is having an awesome day. I hope everybody is finally relaxing. Hello, Six Sense. How are you doing? Big shout out to Big Pac. I finally got my shirt. Hey, got my shirt and my shorts. Shout out to them boys. Today's topic. I've shelved this topic quite a few times, by the way. However, a friend of mine that I was talking to was like, nah, let's have this conversation, sis. We got to put in. We got to have this conversation. So today I decided, let's go ahead and talk about it. The topic is there a subconscious competition between real women and transgender women? This topic has definitely taught me more than I knew beforehand. And as I'm unfolding, it's almost like an onion. There are so many layers. I'm definitely not going to get to everything on tonight. So y'all know how I like to do it over here. We part two that thing if we don't get any, if we don't get the complete resolution. And this one right here is very, very touchy. There are so many things that I want to be careful so I don't offend anybody, but I want to start out by saying to those who are a part of the transgender community, we don't know y'all. We just like y'all don't know how it is to live as us. You know what I'm saying? Some of you are paying for the experience or paying to enhance yourself so that you do go through the experience. So whenever a woman asks a question, I really, really want y'all to stop and think to yourselves, is this person really saying this to hurt me or to be funny, or are they really, you know what I'm saying? Are they curious? Do they really want to know? Because that's the thing. We don't know. before I started this show. Somebody come inbox me and corrected me. It's not real woman, you're cisgender. Hold on, sis. Hold on. I felt a little ways about that because in one sentence you tell somebody, and then not just that, within my research, I found out that there are a lot of women who do not want to conform to being labeled as a cisgendered person. No, I'm a woman. I was born this way. I can't relate to actually being a man and feeling like a woman on the inside, or even being a woman and feeling like a man on the inside. I can't relate to that. So whenever these conversations are had, y'all have to keep in mind that we're trying to educate ourselves. Some people don't give a damn. Some people just don't care to know anything about your lives. They could give 2 F's. But when there are people who are asking questions and who are seeking, you know what I'm saying, seeking some type of understanding or clarity, y'all need to take that into consideration instead of getting mad at them or trying to counsel them. One thing that I learned in this thing, like I said, the girl told me that I'm supposed to be cisgender. I don't know what the fuck that mean. I looked it up. Where is this? Where I wrote it down. This word wasn't even added to our Webster's dictionary until 2017. And basically what it is relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender correspond to their birth sex. That's what cisgender is, y'all. I had to go figure this out because I'm just like, I'm confused. But I wanted to clear something up for that community. Cause like I said, this is a learning experience. We all know that it was taboo when we were growing up. A lot of us, it's always been something that was taboo and something that really wasn't, how can I say this? Accepted. For lack of better words, it's something that's not really accepted, especially not in the Black community. First of all, I want to clarify there is a difference, y'all, because a lot of people, I think the reason we don't know too much about transgenders is because there's been a misrepresentation of the transgender community. A lot of times when people hear transgender, they relate to what's the dude, RuPaul's Drag Race. And they think of men dressing up in wigs and gowns and prancing around, living out their feminine dreams or whatever. And that's not what it is. Drag, that's drag. They're dressing in drag. There is a complete difference. RuPaul got a whole family, first of all. He is not transgender, y'all. RuPaul got a wife and kids, and he's actually attracted to women. So he is just a drag queen. He dresses up in drag. Most of the drag queens, you find them in like ballroom. You find them. I'm gonna get to that. I was gonna say doing a lot of sex work, and I want to speak on that as well. Because that's something that shines negative light on transgenders. A transgender is somebody who wants to be a woman. A lot of times these men that dress up in all this glory and glam, they do not want to be women. They're perfectly fine with being men that dress up as women and doing they little covers, you know, Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan, all the greats. There's a difference there. I want to clear that up for the community, because I learned that myself. I never sit down and thought about it or never even made the connection there. But as I was doing my research, like I said, I can understand why so many people they put transgender and drag queen in the same box, and they're not. Trans women, how can I put this? I just want to let the transgender community know that it's not about you. It's not all about you. The fight isn't all about you. The fight has a lot to do with us being accepted as human beings before we can tackle all the other things. We haven't even conquered that. And I said that because somebody had made a post that even put me into the direction of holding this conversation or whatever. A lot of people, oh, that's where I was gonna go. Also, before the show, somebody read the topic, and it said, is there a subconscious competition between biological women and trans women? And the girl answered the question in my inbox, and basically what she had to say is she didn't feel like there was a competition, but there's definitely a divide. So, I even thought about that, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. That's an interesting way to put it. And then I started going off into, where does this divide stem from exactly? I think the divide stems from, and I'm speaking on Black women. I can't speak on the white woman's experience. I tell y'all this all the time. I can't speak on nobody's experience but the Black woman's experience, because I was born with a vagina, and that's the experience that I've been having my entire life. But it's hard to pinpoint where that divide is. However, I strongly believe it has a lot to do with Black women always having to fight for a space. We're always having to fight for a position. We're always having to, be heard. And, and in some ways, we do have some things in common with transgender women. We're fetishized. I'm fetishized. We're objectified, and the worst parts come when we're murdered and demonized. I heard one transgender say on one of the videos I was watching, you think it's hard to be a woman, try being if you think it's hard being a Black woman, try being a gay Black man who doesn't feel like a man. And I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Our situations are relatable. However, I think that's where I was going. I think the great divide comes when we basically start competing with each other. I've heard a lot of transgender men tell women, I'll take your man. I've heard transgenders, I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong term, y'all. Please forgive me. And charge it to the fact that I don't know everything about your community, but I'm willing to learn, like I said. And when somebody is willing to learn, y'all take note of that and be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Be willing to teach us what we don't know. That way we don't have any, discrepancies. But the Great Divide has a lot to do with the Black woman trying to find a place of her own. And it seems like just when we're scratching the surface, here comes some more shit. A lot of people were saying about this topic, were telling me, talk about the fact that it's hard to tell a woman from a trans woman these days. And even within that research, I was looking at a video where a trans woman was saying that she don't feel like she need to tell anybody every time they approach her. And then there were some people who were like, see, now that's where it's wrong. And there are a lot of people who feel like that's wrong. And I was one of them once upon a time. However, I had a friend that was damn near beat to death. She didn't tell the dude that she was a transgender. And when she finally told him, he beat the fuck out of her and left her for dead. So a lot of times, we be mad at them because they don't just come off the head and tell us, hey, I'm trans. But sometimes they're doing it for their safety. There was also an argument that basically more trans women are murdered, more Black trans women are murdered than there are women. I ain't gonna sit here and agree with that, because I looked up the statistics. And the Black woman is a lot higher than trans women, Black trans women. And I'm not saying that to make it feel like it's important. It's just, I really want for this conversation to be successful. And I'm not just talking about today on this episode of Locked and Loaded. For this conversation to be successful and cause some type of resolution, y'all, we have to open up a little bit more and break into that discomfort of having this conversation, because a lot of people are scared of this conversation. I didn't talk, but I watched some shows where there were black transgender women, y'all. I don't want to, be like, oh, I'm covering all trans. No, I'm covering the issue in our community because I'm concerned about that issue. But they were saying that there are a lot of black men who like trans women, and they're not lying. But the reason that they're ashamed is because of the black woman. And I've heard that more than once in my research. And I just want to say to y'all, that's where the divide, that's part of the reason there is a divide between the both of us. Black women are sick and tired of being blamed for every damn thing that happens in the universe. I see, and y'all may think I'm lying, but on God, I'm gonna go back and can I screenshot that comment? This dude said the black woman is the reason for global warming. I can't make this shit up. I'm gonna find that and make sure y'all see that. But I said that to say, like I said, in my research, I seen a lot of transgenders saying that we're the reason they're being killed. The black woman has a lot of power in how they are treated and mistreated and things like that. Listen, that's a conversation y'all need to hold with black men who fetishize y'all. Okay? Like I said, the black woman is tired of being blamed for every damn thing. And I honestly do not, even before this, and that may be another show topic, somebody said something about black women are the reason all this homosexuality, they're the reason that homosexuality is being normalized because we celebrate gay men. And my thing is if we don't celebrate them, who's going to celebrate them? We are their mothers. We are their aunts. We are their cousins. We are their sisters. So at the end of the day, why in the fuck should we abandon them? And you know what I'm saying? That's a part of that great divide too. I just want some of the transgenders, and this is not all. I'm speaking generally up to those who think that way. The black woman is not the issue. Stop saying that. We're not the issue. They say that basically we tell men that they are gay, and that is why they're ashamed to claim them. That's why there are so many black transgenders being murdered and beat up and mistreated because of the black woman. Y'all can't put that on us. You can't. I'm sorry. That's not what it is. That has a lot to do with men who are ashamed of who they are and what they like. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. There are a lot of men, way more black men than we know, that fantasize about an experience with transgender women. And the reason we don't know is because a lot of them are on the DL. They said black women are to blame for that too. Some of them. I don't understand why the world wants the black woman to carry the cross for all of them. We is not Jesus. We not finna play like we Jesus around here. And that's just that on that. The question is, are trans women and real women in a subconscious competition? And I have so many thoughts. I'm on the fence about this topic because I see in some ways, yes, it does feel like we're competing with y'all. Because like I said, the black woman is constantly trying to affirm her position here. And it seems like every time we do something, there's another obstacle. Prime example, y'all want to start participating in women's sports now. And while I feel like equal rights are accounted for and needed, I don't feel like you should be able to partake in sports that require you to be a female, to be born a woman. Because let's be clear, I don't care how many hormones you're taking. I don't care I don't care what you're doing to make yourself to transition into a woman. You are still a man. And God put, is it X chromosomes? I ain't even finna I'm not even finna go all into that because I could be so fucking wrong. But y'all have abilities that women do not have. You're stronger than women. Like this is scientifically proven. Like that's just in y'all. That's what God bless y'all with. So do I feel like you should be able to participate in our sports? No, absolutely not. I in my research, I've seen some people are doing a rally because transgender women want to be able to participate in pageants, Miss America pageants and stuff like that. And on the panel, one of the women was like, why don't y'all just start your own league of everything? And the response is we already got that in the ballroom. And I understand where you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because the ballroom is not really, or it wasn't years ago, really open to heterosexual human beings. It was pretty much all the gays. So I understand wanting to be to level up because there are a lot. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of talent is inside of the LGBTQ community. And a lot of people who you see on your screen have hidden who they were forever. We have Queen Latifah just now coming out. We have who else just came out? Somebody just came out. Okay, the Brat. You know what I'm saying? And it's typically for them they coming out, but to us, we always knew. We can look at the Brat and tell, like Brat like Cooter. We can look at Queen Latifah, especially when she was on Set It Off. Queen, you played that part. You played Cleo a little bit too good for us not to know. Hey, she done this before. There are so many different issues, and I don't get it twisted. I feel like this is one, but a big piece to the puzzle is y'all being able to hold this conversation. As a matter of fact, like I said, there's definitely gonna have to be because we barely scratching the surface with this show, because I realized during the time that I was researching, I researched up until it was time to start the show, y'all. Dead ass. That's why I'm like a little flabbergasted as to which way do I go with this. I don't want to offend nobody or nothing like that, but we do, in a sense, I want to go back to that. We do, in a sense, ladies, compete with them. I know I'm probably gonna be ridiculed for this because I am pro cosmetic surgery. I'm cool with cosmetic surgery. However, I think that so many women seen all these transgenders, and let's be clear, they was doing this for a long time. They are the reason for butt shots. They were getting breasts and booties and hips and stuff so they could look more feminine. And a lot of those women did not have insurance, or, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't pay for it out of pocket. So basically they were doing it illegally. And that's how heterosexual women started, you know, getting off into cosmetic surgery and stuff. The black market part of it, the black market side of it, because people have been getting cosmetic surgery forever. Let's be clear. Let's not don't play about that. People have been getting things changed about their appearance forever and ever and ever. However, we're not going to pretend like the black women didn't start this until a majority of the transgenders started. And I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first met Amaya Scott, for those of you who don't know who Amaya Scott is, let me throw her picture up here. Me and Amaya shared the same publicist. And when I first seen her, I thought to myself, oh my God, she is freaking gorgeous. Her pictures do not do her justice. If y'all see her in the real, there's no way you can tell she's a woman. A lot of people be like, oh, you can tell by the Adam's apple. Let me tell y'all something. I done seen some women with some throats that look like it had a little knot in it. This is Amaya's before and after picture. And then just looking at Amaya, you can tell like this bitch was pretty as a boy too. And I just want to throw I forgot to throw up my disclaimer. I forgot to throw that up. Fair use disclaimer, y'all. There are a lot of women in Hollywood who not too many people know. Janet Mock. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know that she was a man. I mean, that she was transgender until I was looking and doing my research. Of course, we know about Laverne Cox. We know about Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox played on, what did she play on? Orange is the New Black. She played in some other stuff too, but you know, I just felt horrible. This lady right here, the model for Victoria's Secret. This right here is Carmen. I did not Corora, whatever. This right here is Gigi Gorgeous. Now, just looking at these women and the work that they've had done, that would make you think to yourself, if this bitch that bad, then shit, who your doctor? And I believe that is indeed a competition. I don't think women feel that way about it. Some women just feel like, no, bitch, y'all out here getting some of y'all. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if I go under the knife, it's because I want to. On God, I'm cool with my body, but I'm not cool with my body. If you get my drift, I'm on the fence. But a lot of y'all women go out so you can be in competition with transgender women. Let's be clear. We look at them, some of us, we look at them and we go, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And she's not even a she in real life. She wasn't born a she. And we go to the doctor and we done start getting booties, hips. Some of us don't even need that black women. Some of us don't. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't blessed with a whole bunch of ass. I work with what I got. But we go and get ass. We go get the BBL. We go get titties. We even done start fucking with our faces. And that aggravates me so horribly because there are a lot of black women who, what's up, 6 Cents? There are a lot of black women who have started touching on their faces in Hollywood. I'm going to name a few of them. I got a nice ass. Thank you. I be trying. I want it to be plumper. You feel me? I feel like I was too busy in the titty line when God was giving like ass or something. But there are a lot of black actresses. Vivica Fox. Vivica, I should have got a picture of her. Vivica to me has fucked up her face. And if you are an 80s baby, 90 kid like me, you know for a fact, Vivica Fox, Nia Long was popping. Who else was popping back then? Vivica Fox, Nia Long, Jada Pinkett came along, fucked up the scene. She done fucked up her face. Janet Jackson done start fucking with her face. And you know, I try to be a little lenient on Kim, because see, the thing with Kim is Kim had a lot of surgery to hide some damage she experienced while them niggas was beating on her. So you know what I'm saying? I can sort of understand. I can be a little lighter on Kim, but all these women that we looked up to when we were little black girls have started fucking with their faces. And it's just like, sis, you know what I'm saying? I would rather see you get old and wrinkle up and have all type of crow's feet and shit than to see some of y'all faces all sunk in, your jaw, your cheekbones is so motherfucking high you don't know if a bitch high or if she's sleepy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really out here, y'all fucking with y'all faces, and I'm just not feeling it. 6 Cents said, yes, I fucked my face up getting chemical pills. No, 6. I'm and I get it. I'm not talking about you, 6 Cents, but there are a lot of us who are just now awakening and realizing that we are the victims of conditioning. We are the victims. We've been conditioned to feel fucked up about our dark skin. We've been conditioned to feel fucked up about our wide noses. But it seems as though the lips, the ass, the hips, and titties, and all that stuff is trending right now, because you even have Caucasian women going to get that. Do I feel like this trend has been made heavy because of us looking at transgenders and thinking to ourselves, oh my God, she's beautiful, I need to do the same thing. Yes. So to answer that person that inbox me questions, I do agree with you that it's not so much a competition, but more so of a great divide. Absolutely. I agree with you on that. But as far as the competition is concerned, yes, I feel like there's a competition personally, and I don't nobody bite my head off. I feel like there are some black transgender women who don't like black women because we were born with what they want. And I'm probably lost the cover. I lost somebody. I knew when I said that. That's why I said we're gonna have to come back and do a part 2 to this, because some people are not gonna like my opinions, or some people gonna take, because y'all too sensitive as is already. And y'all already have a problem with people expressing themselves and talking aloud and saying things. And this is why you feel like some of you, this is why you feel like your community is underappreciated and that don't nobody fuck with y'all, because we don't understand. Some of us don't understand. I'm a part of the LGBTQ community and I don't even understand half the shit. I just learned today that I'm considered a cis woman. Why in the fuck do I have a label? I came out my mama cooter with a cooter, but I have a label. Now I'm definitely against that, y'all. I just learned that today, and I'm definitely against it. I don't want to be considered no cis woman. I'm just a woman. I don't even like being. I used to be like on some BBW shit, but now that I'm older and I'm thinking about it, it's like, bitch, I don't even want to be a BBW. Do y'all know that BBW is a porn term? And while we're on that, tranny is a porn term. And that's why they feel like it's derogatory. I know y'all, we learning together today, honey. I have it together by the second show. Like I said, if you guys know anybody who is transitioning, or, you know, whether it be the beginning or not, even if they haven't had their surgery, I don't care. I would like for them to come here so that we really, really can have more clarity, because this is a one-sided conversation, especially with me just telling you what I think. And I never, ever, ever want to come off as biased. I want to use my platform as a voice for the people, y'all, because the reason that we have so much confusion, the reason we be beefing and fighting, the reason I even titled this show the way I titled it is because lack of knowledge. We don't know, so we don't understand. And Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. So, you know, please pardon me if I'm fucking up the terms and all that shit or whatever. My bad. But like I was saying, I do feel like some transgender women are a bit competitive when it comes to trying to prove themselves, you know. Back to the surgery thing, like, it's done got to a point to where y'all seen those women that I showed y'all. If y'all met them women just walking down the street, you wouldn't be off the top able to tell that, yo, that was a man I just walked past. You would not be able to tell that whatsoever. So, you know, I remember back in the day watching this right here was my introduction to transgenders. This was my introduction to transgenders back in the day. Y'all remember Maury used to have them shows where he bring out a whole bunch of women and you got to figure out whether it's a woman or a man. Let's do a flashback.
Reese, please step forward, Reese.
This is what the audience thought of Reese during the show.
That's a woman? Yeah, that's a woman! Yeah, that's a woman!
You know something? Later on in the show, if that ends up being a man, you're going to look silly.
I don't know.
That's a woman. I hope that's a woman.
You want it to be a woman. Okay. You know, we have some great news. Reese has just won an award for her amazing acting skills, but in her acceptance speech lies her true gender.
So let me go and say I'm so nervous right now. But I would like to thank Mari and the producers for this amazing opportunity. I would like to thank my my family and my friends for being so supportive throughout this incredible journey. But most importantly, I would like to thank God that He made me. Oh boy!
To me, that's where the competition comes in. When we're unable to tell who's a girl and who's a boy. And let's be clear, these women are gorgeous. Some of these women are gorgeous. I'm gonna move that out the way for a few minutes so you can see her face. Some of these women are so gorgeous that it is hard to tell whether or not it's a girl or a boy. One of my favorite shows is Pose. Dead ass. If y'all have never seen Pose, go check it out. But it also gives you some insight into the lives of transgender women. And one thing, I wanted to kind of save that because I didn't want to just jump off into that. I was talking about the misrepresentation. A lot of people think that drag queens are transgenders, and they're completely different. Neither one of them are the same. And that's how we get off into sex work. We're talking about the misrepresentation. When I was talking about earlier how because the majority of the women that I just put up there are famous. They're actors, they're celebrities. They're talented women. However, they've had to fight for a space because, a lot of them didn't want people on set to know that, that they were women or that they were transgender and things like that. So it's always been a secret. And now that it's not a secret and everybody's out here living their life, some people are not. Some of y'all, it's hard to tell. I'm gonna be real with you. Some of you, it is very hard to tell. I think I'm rehearsed in it because I've been to ballrooms. I've had transgender friends. I've had cross-dressing friends. I'm very cultured. Y'all know I jumped off the porch at 18 and started traveling as much as my little feet could take me. So I've come across all types of different people, ethnicities and stuff like that. So it's more so acceptable for me. I see that there's more out there in the world than, you know what I'm saying? And now that we're opening this gap up and we're basically putting them on the forefront, and they're basically saying we're not gonna hide anymore. And I'm okay with that. And it's okay not to hide, but this conversation is one of those conversations that we're going to have in order for us to get along in the same spaces. In order for us to kill that great divide, we're going to have this conversation. And like I said, in my research, I seen a lot of transgenders blaming the Black woman for the reason that some Black men won't come out and say that that's what they like, or they're the reason for the murders and stuff like that. We have to stop that. We have to stop pointing our fingers, because at that point, you're no better than the white system. And you're doing the exact same thing that they do to us. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? The bathroom situation. We talked about that years ago. I talked about that on Charcoastal Radio on the morning show, about the bathroom situation, and why I get it that you ain't in there to try to touch nobody's kid. And that's another stigma that we're going to have to release. Just because somebody is transgender or gay anyway, it's just so crazy to me. The craziest shit ever is the fact that we're accepting of a family pedophile that we all know is a pedophile. However, we have an issue, a heterosexual pedophile at that. Somebody that's out here pretending to be a heterosexual playing with little kids. But we accept them in the family. We know they dirt and they're accepted. They can eat at Christmas and all that. But when it comes to the gay family member, we have an issue with that. And I have an issue with that because homosexuality, people who are transgender, that has absolutely, and I understand why some people see it only as a sexual thing, but that ain't got shit to do with them being pedophiles. I'm part-time gay, and I ain't never in my life thought about touching somebody's little girl. Ever. Matter of fact, I despise people who do nasty ass shit like that. But because gay or transgender takes place, y'all think that somebody want to play with your kids. Now I get it, and me personally, I feel like for all of us to be comfortable, if we're gonna allow this whole bathroom situation to go on, my stance is still the same on that. Even though I'm a tad more accepting of your lifestyle than most average black women. I feel like for everybody to be comfortable, shit, let's just give them their own bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's no different than, you know what I'm saying? I even heard one transsexual say that, well, when black people were fighting to go to the same restroom as white people, did anybody suggest that we just make a bathroom for black people? No, bitch, because there was already a bathroom where colors go. Y'all go outside. Y'all go around the back. And I get it. I definitely do get it. You're screwed either way. If you go in the women's bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might think you in there trying to touch their child or do something to their baby or something like that. And if you go to the men's bathroom and pull out, walk up in there in this dress looking all fine and shit and pull out your thing, get the whatever them little things called and pee, you might get the shit beat out of you by people who have an issue with that, because they have some issues within themselves. Yeah. One of the things that they were saying that they had an issue with is women telling them that they'll never be real women. King, mommy is on the podcast. Bitch, I'm a mother. But a lot of women, you made mommy forget what she was saying, poo-poo. Let me read through here. Oh, transgender women were saying that they hate when women make say something about you'll never be a real woman. And that's another thing that I have issue with. I have an issue with people not being accepting of the truth. I love my friends for the simple fact my friends are not trying to be, my friends ain't trying to just be women. They know I'm transgender. They know that they have a body part that I don't have. Some of them don't even care to go and get the reassignment surgeries. They just, because y'all don't think so. But there are a lot of men out here who have fetishes about a beautiful woman penetrating them. And it's more common than you think. I don't know. The proof is in the pudding. I want y'all to go and Google what is the most highest, what is them things called? What you put in, what you're looking for when you're watching Pornhub. Did y'all know that transsexuals are the most look, you know what I'm saying? They're put in the browser more than anybody is trannies. Look it up. Statistics will back me up on this. So there are definitely, you can't sit here and tell me that, and women too, and probably some women too. But you can't sit here and tell me that these people aren't there. People don't have fantasies about fooling with these people. In one of the interviews that I was watching, the lady said that she had a homeboy who just straight up told her he is turned on by a beautiful woman, and when she pull off her clothes, she got a penis. He told her that. So the conversation really don't need to be had with black women. The conversation needs to be had with black men. Y'all need to ask them why they're so uncomfortable with letting it be known that they fuck with y'all like that. They fuck with y'all as heavy, because I know for a fact it's way more black men interested in having experiences with transsexuals than there are being, you know what I'm saying, out loud about it. I forgot which actor. Y'all remember the actor came out and he said that he liked trannies? And I guess at that point, people were thinking that it would be more accepted, but shit, to me, that made shit get worse. There are a lot of people that think it's impossible for you to be bi. They say it's not, no, let me correct that. They don't think it's impossible for a woman to be bisexual. They think it's impossible for a man to be bisexual. And the truth is y'all, we all have our kinks. I don't feel like a man who wants to be pegged by his woman is any less masculine than he was before that went down. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, well, of course I don't feel that way because I'm part-time gay, but that wouldn't even been a strong point if I had to say that. That wouldn't have even been a strong point if I had said that, but I don't, you know, I remember we were having a show one time and I was actually asked the question, would I be with a transsexual man? And I thought to myself, it really wouldn't be no different than me being, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm cool with that. So that would actually make me pansexual. Y'all, this shit deep. It really is deep. Y'all need to take out time. I know we're all living our lives and we like, not my monkey, not my zoo, not my clowns, not my circus. But you really, in order for us to all live in harmony, we're definitely going to have to take the time. And I know there are a lot of people who are against it, but that's why they're implementing these classes in school now to educate these. Change happens, y'all. And with change, if you don't conform to change, then it's just gonna go on without you. Whether you want it to happen or not, it's going to happen. And we're living in a world where people are a lot more open about their sexualities. People are a lot more open about their identity, and things are just changing. At first, I was like, hell no, I don't want my baby taking no class like that. But then I realized my baby may just have to take a class like that so he can, you know how to navigate in this world. He needs to understand. People really do need to understand that people are different. I know that there's an argument that sometimes you too young and you're too young to know that and da, 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 da. But do y'all know that there are some people who have felt like, there are little boys who felt like little girls since they were 3 years old? And I know people are like, you can't be born like that or nothing like this. Y'all, some shit just in you and not on you. I tell people all the time, I grew up with seeing nothing but straight shit. I ain't never really just witnessed no gay shit in my household. But here we are, rainbow like a motherfucker. We have to stop just being focused on us. In order to, you do have to focus on you, but focus on you so much to where you're not closed mind and realize that there are other ways of life, whether it's alternative or the norm as you were taught. Even with you need to even realize that there are entities that are greater than you, that there are other sources of life other than human. We feel entitled walking around on our 2 feet, and we don't realize that there are so many other lives and communities and different entities and different things going on around us. Ignorance is where the competition stems from. I have my answer right on time because we got 10 more minutes. We need to know. I remember when I was younger, my daddy used to tell me all the time, if do you think that the devil don't know the words to the Bible? How can he manipulate you? If he, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you need to know what's going on outside of your bubble. Okay? We need to be knowledgeable of what's going on outside of our bubble. A lot of you men out there, and I'm going to be real with you. I'm with men. Some women, you really cannot tell that they were born men. These are some beautiful women. Amaya, until my publicist told me, I never would have known that this was a man or used to be a man. I never would have known that. And even with her transition, she could have fooled me when she was younger. Even as a boy, she had a pretty fucking face. So I get it, man. It is hard to tell out here, but some of y'all be knowing. Some of y'all be knowing. I just want to say that conversation that you guys were talking about needs to be had with Black women. I would be more prominent, I would be more prominent about y'all having that conversation with Black men. For real, for real. The black man needs to really, really put it out there why he gets so angry about homosexuality. And I understand that we're all taught that it's wrong and stuff like that. But when you get grown and you're a respectful adult, that shit shouldn't bother you as much as it do. Somebody's lifestyle, I would never, ever see somebody else's lifestyle that I disagree with and want to kill them. So it's not that, we're reluctant to the fact that there are transsexuals out there who are being murdered because of who they identify as. But that conversation, that beef ain't with the Black woman, okay? That beef is more so with the Black man. Because if y'all go back, we getting killed by Black men too. I know there are a lot of people who aren't going to agree with me. I know a lot of people clicked off because they I don't want to hear about this gay shit. I understand it. I understand that these conversations are tough, and a lot of times these type of shows don't get as much interaction as I would like it to, because it's uncomfortable. But see, the thing is y'all, we got to learn how to sit through those uncomfortable conversations. That's the only way you're going to meet resolve. And y'all want to resolve the issue. We have heterosexuals who are tired of homosexuals, and we have homosexuals who are tired of heterosexuals. And the only thing that is keeping us separated is the fact that we won't sit down and have this conversation. There is a competition between the Black woman and the Black trans woman. There is. And maybe, I ain't gonna say starting there would cause any type of resolution, but maybe, just maybe, that would be helpful. Give us an opportunity to understand you, because we don't know. We don't know. We deal with insecurities and all type of shit. We deal with a lot. So much to where we don't even have time to focus on what y'all deal with. And is it sad? Is it disgusting? Is it unethical? Absolutely. Nobody, I don't care who you are, should be murdered, killed, beat, treated differently. None of that, because they're different. I know in one of the conversations that I was sitting in, a Black man got mad because they were basically transsexuals were comparing their journeys to the journey of those who fought for civil rights. And there was a Black man that was like, you're not going to disrespect Martin Luther King like that. I'm not going to sit here and let you disrespect the Black Panthers and da-da-da-da. I hate to say it, you guys, but it is somewhat the same. And I'll say that in the same sentence, but this time I'm speaking to the transgender community. With that being said, then you know for a fact that it's not going to happen within a day. We're going to have this conversation over and over and over and over again until we're not uncomfortable talking about it anymore. And I do believe that once we get comfortable with these type of conversations, that's when we're going to experience some change. That's when we're going to see a shift. I'm speaking as a Black woman, a biological Black woman, but at the end of the day, I do understand what it's like to be inside a body that you don't feel like you belong in. I don't feel like I belong in this 5'2.5" and almost 2-something pound body that I'm in. But I'm learning to live with it and get through it. And I'm not tripping. I'm not going to change for the world. The world going to have to change for me. And if the world isn't willing to change, I'm cool with that too, because I'm too busy trying to accept myself. I think your biggest battle is accepting yourself, figuring out who you are, figuring out what pleases you, what doesn't please you, because quiet as it is kept. Do y'all know that there are transgenders who transition and still like the opposite sex? Yes, there are trans women who have lesbian relationships. Yes. There are trans men who go through getting them a brand new penis and all of that just to end up with them a woman. And that's evident enough that it has nothing to do with sexuality at all, but a lot to do with who you feel like. It has a lot to do with identity. I really, really, really hope and pray that this show reaches somebody and they get back in contact with me. And they join me for the next conversation, because like I say, I am going to have a part 2 to this, because it seemed like I opened up a whole jar of worms. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to have this show. And then as I'm going through the motions, I'm figuring out like, damn, I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that I provided to you today is all the research that I've done. These are things y'all learning the same time that I'm learning some of this shit. Y'all learning it too. I'm just sharing the information with you. I had no idea that their lives was that fucking complex. But then again, not everybody knows how complex my life is. And at the end of the day, we just, like I said before, we have to sit down and have these uncomfortable conversations until we're finally comfortable. Period. Be nice to these people. These people done been through a lot, y'all. You know, I was touching on sex work because of the misrepresentation of them. Some of these people are kicked out of their homes. Their families don't accept them no more. They can't do nothing. They're homeless out in the streets, and their only means of making money is sex work. And that's where you're gonna find those DL brothers out there looking for those women. A lot of people be like, oh, they trick. No, some of these men know exactly where to go get them some good old tranny stuff. They know exactly where they go. And a message to the men out there: stop pretending that you're something that you're not. Stop killing these women. Stop attacking them because of your demons. A lot of times y'all be knowing that the women that you're fooling with are really men. Y'all be knowing that. And then your first claim to innocence is, oh, I did it because she told me she was a man after I done fucked her. Stop. Let's normalize being open about who we are. Let's normalize exploring our inner beings. Let's normalize that. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Keep it pushing. Y'all have no idea. And I'm gonna use this as a comparison. Do y'all know how many times a day I stroll down my timeline and I be like, ooh, but I keep strolling. I don't comment on it. Do y'all know how many situations that have been placed in my lap and I could have been petted in a motherfucker and partook in them, but not my monkey, not my zoo. It's okay if you disagree with it, cool, but you don't have to demonize them. You don't have to mistreat them. You don't have to bully them. You don't have to go in. You don't have to ask. If you really are curious and you really want to know, ask questions. And for them to ask questions to get this knowledge, I'm gonna need the transgender community to be willing to educate. Stop getting mad. Stop being sensitive. Stop going off. Stop trying to cancel people because they're asking questions about something that they have no idea about. I even heard one person say, well, if it's not your cup of tea, why would you be asking questions? I want to educate myself so I can teach my children not to fuck up your children if they come out like that. Anyway, I love y'all. I want you to love yourself. This has been another episode of Locked and Loaded. I am your Auntie Kitty. Y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell to make sure that you get all your alerts when I'm going live. Whew, this was a tough one, especially doing it by myself. Also, I need y'all to share my shit.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet? That's what I don't understand. That's why I'm not famous.
Be sure to let me start off. Be sure that you catch us this Thursday at 10 p.m. for Underground Artist Hour. Also, Friday morning at 9 a.m., we'll be going live for Coffee with Kitty. Y'all make sure that y'all are following us on all major platforms. We are everywhere. It's not hard to find us. All you got to do is type in Kitty Pink Radio, and I'll be there. I felt like singing that song was in my head. Anyway, if you would like to donate, you can send all your donations. And thank you to the ones who've been sending donations. Thank you. Y'all so sweet. For those of you who want to send a donation, you can send a donation to $FlyGirl84. It's down there. It's down there on the scroll at the bottom. It's $FlyGirl84. Everything is accepted. I don't give a damn if it's 50 cents. Thank you for donating. We appreciate it over here. We got the line back up. It's 682-514-3868. Don't call me after I get off of here, y'all. To call you, only call the phone while I'm going live. Y'all wait till a bitch get in the bed. I guess y'all be catching the episodes or something, but y'all wait till I get in the maybe you catch the episodes late or something, but y'all wait till I get in the bed and start ringing my phone. I'm like, where the fuck was they at 6? But yeah, y'all make sure you're following us on all platforms. Make sure you're following Bria Brat on Instagram at I am Bria Brat bitch. You can follow her on TikTok at Bria Brat. Shout out to TikTok. I'm almost at 1K followers. I'm gonna do something special once I reach 1K on TikTok. Thank y'all so much. Y'all been so supportive over there. Y'all been having fun with me. I really, really do appreciate it. Though, there go the phone right there. Don't forget that we have Fuck You Fridays. It's a new segment that we've added to Coffee with Kitty on Friday morning. If you'd like to call in and tell somebody fuck you on Friday, the number is 682-514-3868. Matter of fact, y'all put that in your phone and put Kitty Pink Radio as the contact. And as always, y'all make sure you're back here another Tuesday, another 6 p.m. with your Auntie Kitty for Locked and Loaded. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. I'm out.
How you doing, bitch?